Hey, Iowa Mooney Pilot here. We have made it to Ecuador. If I look a little bit puffy, it's because I just had a massage. Had the lovely Katie come in here. Got to hear some really cool stories from her. She's actually a Russian that moved to Ecuador to kind of escape the political oppression there in Russia. She escaped. She left 5 years ago, and she's been here in Ecuador ever since. She has runs a little business of her own, doing massages. So she came to the house. We were able to get massages, and we only had to pay $20 an hour each to do it. So that's some huge savings over getting a massage there in the States. So, wanted to let you guys know about what's going on here in Ecuador. We flew into Ecuador yesterday. We actually started our journey 2 days ago. We left Iowa during the blizzard, and we were delayed right off the bat because as the fueler was putting fuel into the wing underneath, he had a ladder up and he was putting fuel in. The winds were 20 knots, gusting to almost 30. The wind blew him over, and he got his legs caught up in the ladder and fell straight to the ground. And so the fire department showed up, and paramedics showed up, and kind of they all helped him up and got him into a warm vehicle. And it was really cold. And I guess today they have like minus 12 or minus 15 with wind chills in the minus 30s. Certainly a place that I love Iowa, but man, I hate the cold, and it's like 85 degrees here. So, but yeah, we ended up leaving, finally getting out of Des Moines, got into Charlotte a little later than we wanted to be, but I was able to get back to the hotel room, order some pizza, and put my Dolphins jersey on, as you see, and watch them play the Chiefs. They didn't play when I say play the Chiefs, they didn't really play the Chiefs. They just showed up. So Chiefs won. Congratulations to them. I am a Chiefs fan too, but more of a Dolphins fan than anything. So I'm rooting for some other teams now. I don't want to put it out on this for fear that it will get put on blast, because anytime I usually cheer for or root for, they end up losing. So, but I ended up leaving the next morning at really early. Got down to the lobby around 4 o'clock in the morning, flew out of Charlotte to Miami, got to Miami. We left Miami. We got to Miami a little late. And as we were sitting on the plane from Charlotte to Miami, my phone is telling me, boarding for the next flight starts in 8 minutes. Well, we had to wait to the plane. We finally got off the plane. And by the time we made it to the gate, they had already started boarding the next flight. We got on that plane, made it, and it was on time, and got to Guayaquil. Once we got to Guayaquil, we went to go claim our baggage and realized that there was just one bag. Because the transition time was so short in Miami, they only got one bag on the plane. So it happened to be my wife's. So I'm grateful that it was her bag and not mine, because I would rather her not suffer. I can suffer, certainly. That's why I'm still wearing the Dolphins jersey. It is clean, however, because while I was getting massaged, we threw everything in the laundry and washed it all up and got it out. So I'm now sitting in some clean clothes, which is pretty awesome. But we ended up filing a claim. They're going to run the luggage out to us here in Manta. But we ended up getting picked up by Miguel and my brother-in-law. They ended up taking us back to Manta. It's a 3-hour trip from Guayaquil, and we happened to pass by the prison there in Guayaquil, one of the hot spots for some civil unrest. So as some of you know, and I've heard from a lot of you, like, oh my gosh, there's some civil unrest going on in Ecuador. And there is, but most of it has to do with the prisons. So the military actually has gone into the prisons and kind of did a whole shakedown thing. And they are currently trying to restore order, because the cartels were running all of their operations from the prisons, and that's where they needed to start the stop, if you will. So the president was elected here in this country last November, and he ran on a policy of going after the cartels. It is a popular a popular idea, and that's why he was voted in. The people actually cheer and root on the military here in Ecuador. So whenever they see the military, they're always clapping and waving and stuff like that. So they're excited that the military is going in and hopefully going to stop some of this corruption that's going on. There's a lot of little things that the cartels do that kind of keep the people unhappy and unsafe. And so I think the fact that the government is finally battling against it is probably a good thing. So, but as we were driving by the prison there in Guayaquil, we noticed that there were military personnel everywhere. I mean, everywhere. They had the whole place surrounded. They had their guns and everything else. I did notice when I got into Guayaquil that they had some military people there standing around with guns. And let me tell you what kind of guns they had. They had American-made guns. So, which is one of the cool things. The Americans have decided to help out the government here and send in some weapons of ours to help them with their security, because obviously the Americans, they don't want cartels to be taking over and sending drugs and stuff. So they are doing whatever they can to help the government take care of the problems. So they've sent some weapons over here. So these guys are all rolling around with American-made weapons, which is pretty cool. My hope is that it provides a bridge between Ecuador and the Americas, to help them with trade and with other things, because when they are able to help help this country and they feel comfortable about the Americans helping them, we can trade with them. And there's a lot of people that live here in Ecuador that are Americans or Canadians, and they love a little taste of home, and they would like to be able to open up those trade routes to be able to get some American-made products here in Ecuador. So my hope is that this is just the first step. But I can tell you that as driving back, it was a pretty good drive. Nothing like the roads in Jamaica. I will say that the roads are pretty standard and big and large. They still drive pretty wild. They drive on the right side, which is the correct side, if you ask me. But they do drive on the right side here. They do drive a little bit crazy. They're fast and dart around people and kind of make up their own rules as they go. They have speed cameras, so they know where they're at, and everybody hits their brakes and slows down. But we went through several cities, several towns. Got to see a lot of the infrastructure that they have, the buildings, and how they do things and how they roll around here. It was kind of neat. But we ended up driving through a town, and my brother-in-law affectionately calls it Banana Bread Town, because everybody in the town sells banana bread. So we pulled over to the curb on one of in this town, and a lady came up to me and told her I wanted two. I said, "Dos, por favor." And she brought me 2 loaves of banana bread, and it was $2 a piece. So I got 2 big giant loaves of banana bread, and they're pretty big loaves for $4. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You can't do that in the States. But we got that banana bread. We actually we started eating it yesterday afternoon, and we finished it off today. So one of the loaves. I said, "Man, we got to go back to Banana Bread Town to get some." He goes, "Well, it's an hour and a half away. I don't know if we want to drive that far away just for a couple of loaves of banana bread." But nonetheless, it was very good. We kept going. Well, we passed through another town that had a giant corn statue, and this corn statue was a symbol to the farmers in the area. There are several different types of corn that they grow here in Ecuador, and so this particular area had corn everywhere, and corn fields and stuff. So it's kind of neat to see that. It brought a little bit of Iowa back to me, which is pretty cool. But but I'm sure as I'm taking pictures and videos of this thing, they're like turista, you know. But nonetheless, we kept on trucking. We made it back to Manta, and which was nice, minus my luggage, and still minus my luggage. Like I said, we're going to be getting that tomorrow. I'm a little disappointed in that. They could have had it to me today if they would have put it on the later flight, gotten it here. But nonetheless, I'm hopeful I get it. And I hope that everything's in there when I finally get it. We'll see. But I had some new clothes in there, and some new shoes and some stuff like that. But we'll see. And if not, it's okay. I can go down to the mall here and go shopping and grab some stuff, and that'll be okay. So whatever happens, happens. I just hope that I get everything. If I get everything back, it makes it a lot smoother for me. But nonetheless, I'm on vacation in Ecuador, and let me show you what it looks like in Ecuador from my room here. So this is staying with my brother and sister-in-law here in Manta, and I'm going to turn this camera around. So this is my bedroom here. My bed's not made. We slept in it. So, but this is what I get to look at every day as I wake up. Beautiful Pacific Ocean. And what's really cool is that every day the sun sets right in the ocean, right over here. So sun comes down, boom, pops into the ocean and disappears. Really cool stuff. But this is a whole neighborhood. This neighborhood is all gated. It's a gated community. They've got a condo building down there. I believe there's 2 condos per floor, 4 floors. So there's 8 condos over there in that building. And they're continuing to build new homes as we go. There's lots of new construction. In fact, the guys next door, you can see, are got the new construction thing going. So, but yeah, lots of neat little homes over here. The home I'm currently in is a 3-bedroom, 4-bath, and every bedroom has an ensuite bath. So this is the ensuite bath, which is really nice. So a lot of amenities and stuff. So got a toilet there, got a double shower, you can see. Really cool, with 2 little dials on the wall. It's got the sink here, and then of course all of the mirrors and everything else. What's really cool about this toilet is it's a no flush toilet. You just wipe your hand over the top of it. It flushes. How cool is that? So pretty awesome stuff. Pretty nice place here in Ecuador that we're staying in. Grateful for my brother and sister-in-law who live here. They retired and moved down here early. The cost of living is very cheap down here. It doesn't cost very much to live, so it affords them a place to be able to come down here and live and enjoy life. Here in Ecuador. Another crazy thing I thought was just nuts. Fuel here. So fuel is very expensive back in the States. Here you can get diesel fuel for $1.75 a gallon. Now, why is that? The government of Ecuador subsidizes the fuel to cap it at $1.75, so that all the construction equipment and farmers and transportation companies and all that kind of stuff can be able to do business and be able to stay profitable doing it here in Ecuador. So they cap the fuel at $1.75, so the government subsidizes everything else. So it's kind of nice to have fuel that's $1.75 a gallon. My brother-in-law has a truck, a diesel truck. It's got a 2.5 liter turbo diesel. It looks like almost like a Chevy Colorado. It's 4 doors and everything else. So, but it's brand new. It's nice. It's made in China. It's called a Dong Feng, which is kind of different. But they have Chinese vehicles here, and so that's what they sell and they use. And so he of course has the Dong Feng with the diesel motor in it, so pays $1.70. So they use that a lot. They drive it everywhere, and it's pretty nice. So, but anyway, I just wanted to clue you in on what was going on here in Ecuador. We are certainly excited to be here. My hope is that my stuff gets here tomorrow. I do have a dive planned with Santiago on either Wednesday or Thursday of this week. So we'll go diving. I got my camera equipment and everything else. I just hope that my luggage makes it, because it has my scuba suit and my neoprene scuba suit. It also has my Cressy goggles and my flippers and all that kind of stuff, all the stuff that I used to go scuba diving with. It's got that in there. I just brought the basics. I didn't bring the regulator and a BCD and all that other stuff. So, but because he'll be able to provide all that, but we'll do that. I did get asked to play pickleball here. Pickleball is a big thing. So they have pickleball courts everywhere here, which is pretty awesome. They have them indoors, outdoors, and they're building new facilities as we speak. We drove by one brand new facility, just opened up last Thursday, has indoor pickleball courts. So they can play in the rain, play whenever, and it's pretty awesome. So, but pickleball is a big thing. They have, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law are in a league, and I was asked to play. They said we need a body to do this, so I get to play pickleball while I'm here. So I'm going to get my sweat on, and hopefully I won't break a knee or an ankle or any of that kind of stuff. But we're certainly going to have some fun doing that. Also plan on playing some golf, and paragliding might be back on again. So I might be going paragliding. So here's hoping I get to do that. Do some flying while I'm here in Ecuador. That'll certainly be fun. I got my cameras set up for that too. So, but anyway, I just want to clue you guys in on what was going on. Excited to be here. Excited to be able to share this experience with not only you, but my family members, and for my own prosperity. So, prosperity. Can't speak. It's like I've been drinking or something. I'm just high on life. So anyway, from me to you and this lovely place called Ecuador, we will see you later. I hope you guys are staying warm and staying safe, and we will see you later. Take care. Bye.